Welcome to this video about the security breakthrough that was just achieved by Raritan's Dominion KX2. Before this breakthrough, the KX2 was already the most secure KVM over IP switch. Because now it is the first and only KVM switch to pass stringent federal standards, the KX2 is the only choice for customers who are required to or want to use the most secure KVM switch available. This latest breakthrough adds to the many security features that are part of the Dominion KX2. This brief video will discuss the ramifications of FIPS certification and review other security features such as smart card and other authentication and secure logging capabilities. The Dominion KX2 is without doubt the most secure KVM over IP switch in the world. Let's start with a quick explanation of what FIPS means. The United States government's National Institute of Standards and Technology and the Canadian government's Communications Security Establishment jointly developed security standards known as FIPS, which stands for Federal Information Processing Standards. The FIPS 140 is mandated and applies to any security system that is used by federal agencies for protecting sensitive but unclassified information. FIPS 140-2 became mandatory in May 2002. Any U.S. or Canadian federal agency that uses encryption for sensitive data is now mandated by law to use FIPS certified modules. The Dominion KX II KVM switches are the only KVM over IP switches that meet this requirement. Cryptographic basically means encryption, so any federal agency that requires sensitive data to be encrypted must comply with FIPS 140-2. The KX2 cryptographic module is used for encryption of KVM session traffic consisting of video, keyboard, mouse, virtual media, and smart card data. Raritan's KX2 has always encrypted session data for security purposes, and now the KX2 encryption level has been certified to meet the FIPS 140-2 standard. This level of encryption is also used for confidentiality, integrity, message digest services, hashing, and random number generation. This is a technical way of saying that the encryption is used to ensure passwords, security certificates, and encryption strength all meet the standards specified in FIPS 140-2. All KX2 switches have the FIPS module. This screen shows the configuration window where the FIPS level security can be turned on. The navigation screen of the KX2 always shows a column on the left where it is easy to see if FIPS is enabled and if FIPS SSL certificates are being used. Note that there is no such thing as a KVM switch that is FIPS certified. Because a KVM switch moves data between the user and the server, encrypting that data stream is the most important function that is needed to achieve a secure system. Having a FIPS certified cryptographic module meets that need. FIPS 140-2 prohibits the use of unvalidated cryptography for sensitive data within federal agencies. Unvalidated cryptography is viewed as providing no protection to the information or data. In effect, the data is considered unprotected plain text. If a federal agency specifies that information or data must be cryptographically protected, then the FIPS 140-2 standards must be met. Because there were no KVM switches with FIPS 140-2 certified cryptographic modules, the law could not be enforced when it was first passed, and federal agencies were granted waivers to use non-compliant KVM switches. With the introduction of the Dominion KX2 with a FIPS 140-2 certified cryptographic module, the need to use waivers has been eliminated. Beside federal agencies, the financial community increasingly specifies FIPS 140-2 as a procurement requirement and is beginning to embrace it either completely or as part of their own specifications. The information on this page is from the website of the Computer Security Resource Center, which is part of NIST. Common criteria is a security measurement, but it should never be considered equal to FIPS. They are not related and have different purposes. FIPS 140 is a standard designed specifically for validating products and/or components that support cryptographic functionality. On the other hand, Common Criteria is designed to help evaluate the security functionality of IT products. The key point is that Common Criteria cannot be used to meet the federally mandated requirement for cryptographic security. Only FIPS 140-2 certified can be used. It isn't surprising that Raritan's KX2 has the first FIPS 140-2 certified cryptographic module. Raritan also introduced the first KVM switch to meet FIPS 201 standards regarding the use of common access cards, which are also known as KEC. Homeland Security Presidential Directive 12 mandates a common identification standard for access to facilities and information systems. The Department of Defense and other agencies responded with the implementation of mandatory KX standards to access computers, networks, and facilities. In response, Raritan was the first to introduce a KAC-enabled KVM switch. The Paragon 2, Raritan's award-winning analog KVM switch, introduced the Paragon 2 user station with a certified built-in KAC reader. After the success of the Paragon 2, Raritan then added KAC capabilities to the Dominion KX II, which is Raritan's award-winning KVM over IP switch. A smart card functions by providing a physical component to security. Just cracking usernames or passwords is not enough for a hacker to break into a KAC-secured system. They also need a physical card to complete verification to gain access to the system. There are many different types of smart card readers. They can be built into laptops or keyboards or attach as USB devices. The way it works is a user connects a smart card reader to their laptop or desktop. The user starts a KVM over IP connection to a server. The operating system of the target server will show the login screen requesting smart card. The user puts the smart card into the reader and enters a PIN. The target server authenticates the smart card and the user is logged in. The user can now work on the target server. If the user removes the card or switches to another server, the session ends or suspends depending on the configuration. The user can switch to and log into another server. KX2 smart card security features ensure that no smart card data is cached, and the session is terminated if the card is removed. If the user wants to switch to another KAC-enabled server, they must log in again with a smart card. The KX2 supports multiple smart card readers. Additional information about the KX2's cryptographic and KAC capabilities can be found at www.raritan.com. There are many additional security features in the Dominion KX2. An important one is the use of strong passwords. Other manufacturers will only have one or two of these functions, but the KX2 allows for optional use of all strong password capabilities. Password requirements can be enforced to use lower and uppercase and numeric and special characters as well as minimum and maximum length. Password aging can be set to require periodic use of new passwords. Other security features include automatically logging out idle users. Failed login attempts can cause account lock with time or admin reset options. When the Dominion KX2 was first introduced in May 2007, it received numerous awards and was hailed as the most advanced KVM switch in the world. Raritan has continued to invest in new technologies to ensure that the KX2 remains the most secure, most reliable, and most user-friendly KVM switch. Please visit www.raritan.com or call 800-724-8090 to register for a demo of the KX2. Training-related topics about the KX2 can be found at www.raritantraining.com. Thank you for viewing this important security announcement.